Hey guys, welcome to our weekly Fit and Fearless team call. We have an awesome call coming to you guys tonight. It says my connection's unstable. Can everyone hear me okay? Thumbs up, anybody? Y'all are all frozen. Can everybody hear me? Someone say something if you can. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Just checking. Now you're frozen.
Can you hear me at least? Anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to talk. If y'all can't hear me, like Mayday me or something, let's see. All right. Oh, y'all unfroze, so I feel like that's a good thing. Okay. All right, good. Okay, anyways, exciting team call tonight. I have some announcements, but I'll hold them off until the end because, all right, y'all all know, like, you have these people that you follow. You have these coaches that you follow on Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram, and I have been legit stalking Miss Laura D for so long. Literally, I know my people closest to me have heard about her. I'm like, y'all, you need to follow her on Snapchat. You need to follow her. Anyway, so she's one of those people that if she says something, like, you go do it. I'm a coach, y'all. Like, I'm a flipping coach, and if she says something, like, I do it. It's just how it goes. So she says, buy this blender. I have that blender right now. She says to listen to this preacher. Like, I'm listening to that preacher. So it's one of those people, like, she's so magnetic, like, her energy and her personality, like, she's fantastic. Y'all saw the stats on her that I posted, like, fantastic all the way around. So I'm not going to go on and on because y'all saw those stats. I could be here all night. But Miss Laura D, when you are ready, everybody please put your phones down, get off of Facebook, get notebooks out, take notes because people take notes.
Yes, smart people take notes. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me here. It's been awesome to connect with you and find each other through Jatana. I met her actually at Summit, and I've seen her before on Facebook, but actually to talk to her in person was really, really cool. So the topic for tonight is going to be 6 tips for inviting. And everybody, I know she just said put your phones down, but everybody get your phone because we're going to. How many people use Snapchat? Raise your hand. Does anybody use Snapchat? Use Snapchat. Okay. How many people use Instagram stories? Raise your hand. Anybody? A little bit? Okay. So regardless if you use Snapchat or Instagram stories, social media, before I get into like the whole of our job. So everybody get out your phone. We're going to take a picture and we're either going to put it on Snapchat stories or on Instagram because people need to know what we're doing. People need to know what we're doing and I legit had a girl join my team because she was like, what are those calls with the boxes? She's like, I want to be in the box. And every time she would always see it. And so I learned to put it on there because people want to be, part of something. And then now she joined and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm actually in the picture. I'm not just looking at the picture. So these really do work. So I'm going to be putting mine on Snapchat. And we're all going to take a picture at the same time, okay? But don't cover your face. Where's your phone? Am I the only one taking? Okay, I see phones. Okay, wait. We have to do it at the same time. Make sure I look cute. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, everybody got it? All right, and I always put a caption at the bottom because people are going to be like, what is this? I don't know what this is. Guest speaking on Ren's team call tonight. And then I always make it like big and pink. If you want it to kind of stand out, and so this is what mine looks like, guest speaking like that. And so I'll just post this on Snapchat and people will know what we're doing because, we got to let people know. Essentially, we want to let people know what we're doing all the time because we want them to be part of our world. And if they're like, oh, I didn't know that you did guest calls, we're like, well, I guess, I didn't know that you did Zoom calls. Well, then you weren't following me hard enough. So we don't want anybody to have surprises. We want people, there's no secrets here. We're all here to help each other. So anyway, so that's the very first thing. We have Instagram pic or the Snapchat pic. And the second one is, where is your notebook? So let me see your notebook. Everybody have a notebook? taking notes? Got it. Ren got it. Yes, he's got it. Liam's got it. Melanie's got it. I love it. So as she said earlier, smart people take notes, and that's from Shalene Johnson. And there's something that happens in your mind when you write things down. There's a change of process, because when you just think things out, or when you speak things out, but you don't write them down. I'm not talking about like, technology, but with your actual handwriting, there's a process that takes place and things get flushed out, and it makes you smarter. Writing makes you smarter with a pen and a paper, with your actual handwriting. Nobody in the world has your own handwriting. And that's something that a lot of people get overlooked, especially with technology and being 2017. Then it's kind of like fading away, but it's super, super important. So, and if you don't have a notebook, you definitely need to get a notebook, because before I used to get an index card. I'd be like going through my purse, like on the back of a Target receipt, like, oh, that's a good quote. But you want to have a Beachbody notebook. And a Beachbody notebook is simply a notebook that every single day, it's only dedicated to Beachbody. I don't want to see your grocery list. I don't want to see things to do. I'm talking about every single day when you log in and you wake up. This is your things to do in your business. If you don't have anything to write down, that means you're not working your business. You need to be looking at your Success Club points. You need to be watching a YouTube video. You need to be taking notes on the National Wake Up Call. Whatever you're doing every single day, something needs to be happening. And I know you guys want to work the business because it's Sunday night and you're sitting right here, right now. You could be doing anything else. You could be watching Big Brother reruns. You know what I mean? You could be out catching fire, like those little bugs that light up and putting in the jar. You know what I mean? Like whatever you want to do, but you're not. You're here. And I appreciate you guys being here, because you guys are the frontline soldiers. You guys are what's going to take this team to the next level and take your life to the next level. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get out our notebooks. I want you guys to number 1 through 6, because it's going to be the 6 tips for inviting. But before that, I just want you to think in your mind. Write this down. I want you to think in your mind, who is my famous celebrity idol? Or who's my celebrity crush, or who is that person in your mind? It could be like somebody that, like, I don't really get starstruck, but like if it's like Beyonce, or if it's, Odell Beckham Jr., like, I don't know who, like in your mind, you just see and you're like, but you have that person in your mind. You have that person. All right. And so for me, I'm just going to say it's Sierra. Everybody knows Sierra, Russell Wilson's wife. So Sierra, I think, is so beautiful because she's tall. She's tall, and that girl can sing and she can dance. And I think she's so wonderful. So we have this person in our mind. So Sierra, let's just say, if I saw Sierra in an elevator, what would I say to her? I have 30 seconds, a chance of a lifetime. So put your celebrity person in your mind. You see them in your mind. You walk on the elevator and they're right there. What do you say? Do you remain silent and you're quiet? Like, this is the one chance in your life to talk to this person, to get into their mind, get into their soul, get into their heart, their wisdom, their intellect. Are you just going to smile at them, tell them, oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan, I hope you have a great day? No, you need to stand out. You guys met for a reason. So are you going to be prepared in that opportunity? So you need to know what your 30-second elevator pitch is, because this happened to me. I went to LA for the New Leader Conference. I qualified last year. And to be a 2-star diamond. Well, they changed the rules this year, and now you only have to be 1 star. But I qualified, and I went in a podcast. His name is Daniel T. Piazza. I encourage everybody to look up that podcast. It is phenomenal. Just Google Rich 20-something and then Laura Del Pini, and you'll find it. It is one of the best podcasts I've ever done. I've been on 4. Rich 20-something, Laura Del Pini. Just put that in YouTube and you can see it. And he asked me, like, he cut me off guard. Like, I'm pretty like quick-witted and like I can say things and like, I can chop it up real quick. But he asked me a question that I wasn't prepared for, and I didn't know how to answer it. And he said, what is your 30-second elevator pitch? He's like, give me your story in 5 bullet points. And we're here like live on the air. And I was like, huh? I was like, what? Like, I don't have a story. What do you mean? Like my entire life, or like since I was 5? I'm not sure where to go. And he was like, just give me your story. And so like I just opened my mouth and like words just started coming out. So number 1, I just said I grew up overweight and obese. Number 2, I lost 100 pounds naturally. Number 3, I couch surfed my way across America. Number 4, I met Shaun T and we filmed an infomercial. And then number 5, now I'm here living the dream. I'm in Dallas. This is where I wanted to be. So those necessarily are not going to be the same for you. Those are going to change for everybody. But for me, that's my story. I grew up overweight and obese. I lost 100 pounds naturally. I couch surfed my way across America. I met Shaun T and filmed the infomercial. And now I'm here living the dream. And so that's what I want you to write down. That's your homework. I want you to know. I want you to figure out, what is your 30-second elevator speech? Because if I met Shaun T in an elevator, and say, like, of course I've already met him, but if I met him and he was like my celebrity idol, I need to be able to say something like my 30-second, like, what sets me apart? What sets you apart? Like, we need to know what is different from Kayla Sullivan to Laura Delpini. What's so different about you? Everything is different about you. You're so special. You're so unique for a purpose. I know that, but do you know that? Somebody who goes to Target and they want to get P90X, they can get P90X, say, on the shelf. They can get Shakeology on the shelf. The only difference between you and I is our story. We can get the product anywhere. What they're buying is us, you guys. So you have got to tap into that. You've got to know who you are. You got to know that you're a queen. You got to know that you're a king. You got to know that you're royalty. Because if not, they're going to go to somebody else. Because what you think about yourself is what your customers and your coaches are going to think about themselves. So you have to write that down. You've got to find out, what is my 30-second elevator speech? What would I tell to my celebrity idol in the elevator? What's my story in 5 bullet points? So now that you have that, and that's kind of like my background, a little bit about what's going on. And I think out there it's like 9 o'clock, because out here it's 8 o'clock. So, so the 6 tips, what we're going to talk about is 6 tips for inviting. So number 1, I want you guys to write this down. Number 1, you're going to like, comment, and question. And then the question is going to be, you can put it in parentheses or like draw an arrow. The question is going to be in a private message. So like, comment, and question. I don't know if you guys know who Christy Lyons is. Does anybody know who Christy Lyons is? Raise your hand. She's a Beachbody coach. She's like, I think, an 8-star. She has completely changed her entire business. Like, I mean, struck gold with this. I learned this at the New Leadership Conference, which is why you guys, you've got to qualify. You've got to do what it takes to get to 2-star. Or now it's just 1-star. You have to be 1-star, because when you get there, situations change. When you get in a spot, when you're in an atmosphere where people want to grow, and all you're talking about is like masterminding, and like, you know, I met 3 girls out there who now we became like best friends, and we're just wrapping up a Dash to Diamond group. I couldn't have done that group by myself, you guys, but I have like the hustle mindset, and my other friend had, you know, changing your focus mindset. My other friend that I met out there had the team culture mindset, and we all just brought something to the table. It's so important that you network with other Beachbody coaches. But when you're at those leadership conferences, when you're at Summit, when you're at Punta Cana Success Club trips, that's where you meet these people. These are non-negotiable. You have got to get to the spot. Every time we have a live event, you've got to be there, because you don't know what blessing you're missing out on. Like, this is super important for your future. So on the like, comment, question, I learned from Christy Lyons that she completely changed her entire business by asking 50 questions a day. Now, that's a lot. You don't have to do 50 questions. I don't got time for 50 questions. But what I'm going to challenge you to do is, I want you to ask 10 questions a day. So the way that works is, you just go to your Facebook timeline and you like the first 10 pictures that you see. Like, they can't be people who are obviously already working with the coach, or already Facebook coaches, or, Beachbody coaches. So you want to like the first 10 pictures that you see. You want to put a comment, and let's just say, for instance, I see, like, I'm going through and I'm like, oh, Ashley, and I haven't seen Ashley since high school. And so I like her picture, and Ashley has a picture of her dog, and I write on there, on the picture, I'm like, cute dog. Then I'm going to send her a private message and say, oh my gosh, I didn't know you had a dog. What type of dog is it? Or you're going to say something about her recent post that she made, and you're going to ask her a question, because people want to talk about themselves. You guys, we have to be interested in other people. We ourselves, we necessarily don't have to be interesting. We just have to be interested. If you're interested enough in other people, guess what? They're going to like you, because guess what? They're like, oh man, somebody like Laura asked me a question and she cares about me. Like, I can't remember the last time somebody cared about me and was wondering, why are you so interested in my life? Why do you care so much? Like, why are you always liking my pictures? Why are you always commenting? Why are you so supportive? Hello, because I want you to be on my team. You can create your own team. You literally can create your own. You go scout out the people that you want. And let's just say, you guys, let me just get my calculator. Let's just say If you do this, let's say there's 30 days in a month, okay? So we have 30 days, 30 days times 10. If you ask 10 questions a day and like on 10 pictures and comment on 10 pictures, 30 times 10 is 300. 300 people. That's 300. And let's just say there's 12 months in a year. 300 times 12, 3,600. You guys, you're telling me out of 3,600 people, not one person's going to buy a challenge pack? You're telling me out of 3,600 people, not 2 people want to sign up to be a coach? You guys, your network is out there. You have to go get them. There's not a lack of people who need our help. There's only a lack of workers, and we are not the lack of workers. We've already established that. That's why you're here on a Sunday night. Like, we have what it takes. We just have to go out there and let them know, like, hey, I'm here for you. And the way that you go about it is kind of different. We have to show interest first. You know, it's kind of like a guy just doesn't walk up to you in the street and like stick his tongue down your throat, like, hey, baby, let's get married. Like, what? You didn't even ask me my name. Like, you got to break the ice, you know, like tell her she's cute, buy her a flower, like warm it up a little bit, you know, like, and it's got to be genuine, because if it's not authentic, like people are going to be able to see through it really quick. Like, people are not points. That's why if you don't care about people, you guys, if I never got paid another dollar, I would still be doing this. I'm not getting paid to speak on this call. You know why? Because I freaking love it. I don't get paid to drink a shake. I love it. If I never got paid to do this, another dollar again, and I'm a full-time Beachbody coach, just so you know, it's my only source of income, my life would be exactly the same. I would still wake up. I would still work out. I'd still drink my shake. I'd still post on social media. I would still read personal development. I would still love people. I would still hug people. I would still call people sugar and tell them to come do something with me. Like, oh my gosh, you should come work out. Oh my gosh, you should come to church. Oh my gosh, you should come whatever. Because that's what I was doing before. If you do not get paid another dollar ever again from this, would you still be doing this? If the answer is no, it's time to reevaluate. If the answer is yes, you're in the right place at the right time. Being a Beachbody coach is not for everybody. I believe it can be for you, though. It can be for you with a little bit of a mindset shift. It can be for you, because we are in the process of helping people, you guys. There's so many people who are hopeless and helpless, and they just feel destitute. They feel like there's no way out of their situation. Why? Why do I know this? Because everybody you talk to has anxiety now. Everybody you talk to is depressed now. Everybody you talk to needs some type of medicine. No, they need to freaking wake up and work out and drink a shake and drink water and eat healthy. Because they did a study with the placebo effect. They put all these people in the hospital. They made them get on an exercise plan and take this vitamin. It wasn't, or take this weight loss pill or take this antidepressant. Guess what? Half the people did it and half the people didn't. The people who didn't actually have the medicine did better. It's the placebo effect. All we need to do is work out our body and work out our mind. And if you listen long enough, people will tell you their pain points. They'll tell you we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know what I mean? Like, we need to listen twice as much as we're speaking. So that's number 1. I know it's kind of long. Sorry. So that's number 1, like, comment, and question. Number 2, I want you guys on this like, comment, question, just say hi. Don't say anything about Beachbody. Do not say anything about Beachbody. Your name is not Jerry Davis Beachbody Coach. Like, no, you don't say anything. Just say hi. Just say hi. Just ask them how they're doing. Just ask them about the picture. Follow up with what's going on in their life, but do not say anything about Beachbody, because, again, we want to form these people. We want to get to know who they are. And eventually, they're going to be so interested in the fact that we're interested in them that they're going to want to be a part of what we're doing. You know what I mean? When people are so excited, you have to wonder, what the heck is it that you're doing? And when you catch on fire, people will come watch you burn. And you need to understand that life is made up of 5 points. There's you can call it the mental or the emotional. There's the social. There is the financial. There is the nutritional. And there is the physical. And that's what Beachbody is. That's what Beachbody is, you guys. And you have to listen to takes you, because where the conversation goes, all roads lead back to Beachbody. If they're like, oh man, like I need some extra money for Christmas. Guess what? We have the coaching opportunity. Oh man, like I love this new house and I feel so great because I look so great. I'm like the fittest, hottest housewife ever, but I have no friends. Oh, guess what? I have a whole bunch of friends waiting for you. You know what I mean? Everybody we know needs something. And if they don't need something, that means they need to join your team because they're a perfect person. And I've never met a perfect person. So shoot, come join our team and teach us how to be perfect like you, because you got your whole life together. You know what I mean? Like every single person is a candidate. Every single person is a candidate. So number 3, I want you, when you do this, and you guys can do this, this is what I do with my coaches. We do this on the 10th. I make them say hi to 10 people and send it in a messenger and ask a question. And we take a screenshot and we post it in our group. So I want you to post a screenshot in your coaches group, because when you see that Liam has reached out to 10 people, Melanie's going to be like, oh my God, like Liam's working the business. Like that's kind of, I want to work the business too. Like, so that's like that healthy jealousy. And Stephanie's like, oh, well, if they're doing it, like, I don't want to be like out, like I want to be in there too. Everybody is going to spark everybody else. And then Effie gets on and then she's like, and you guys are going to help each other. When y'all help each other, like we're going to grow together. And when we grow together, our team cycle bonus increases. And when it increases, we make money and then we're happy and we would want to reach out to more people. Like, oh my God, it's the best day of my life. Let me hug everybody, because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're being fulfilled. There's no way that we can lose here, you guys. Like this is failed proof. Number 4, I want you to now, so you've said hello to these 10 people, right? You haven't said anything about Beachbody. Now, a couple of days later, or maybe 10 days later, whatever, you're going to reach out to these people and you're going to invite them to your challenge group. You're going to invite them to your challenge group. You're like, Laura, I don't have a challenge group. Guess what, boo-boo? It's time to start. It's time to start. You don't run challenge groups. You do now. This is where you draw the line in the sand. This is what we're here for. If you didn't want to be a coach, you wouldn't be on this call right now. If you didn't want to run challenge groups, then you wouldn't be sitting here writing notes, figuring out how you can make people's lives, including your own, better. If you have not run a challenge group before, reach out to your coach and ask for help. Google and YouTube are your best friends. Anything that you want. There's tons of thousands of videos out there. Scotty Hobbs has done it. Anita Myron has done it. Lindsay Matway has done it. Melanie Mitro's done it. Look up what you want. If your coach is not doing it, take the initiative. You are a CEO. You are a business owner. You have whatever is in you, whatever you want to do. Don't let that stop you. Whatever is stopping you right now from going to the next level, it's not a dead end. It's just a roadblock. And you can jump over a roadblock, baby. Like there's stuff on the other side waiting for you. What does your other side look like? I don't want to get on this call a year from now and you look the exact same. You didn't come on this call to be the exact same, and you're not going to get off of this call the exact same. Tonight is where you draw the line in the sand and you start fresh tomorrow. You've got to be a different person tomorrow, because people need you. People need you and they're waiting on you. They're waiting on you to have a challenge. They're waiting on you to ask them how their day is and to see, how you can help them. You guys, we are the total package. We're the total solution. Whatever they need, we have. You just have to know that. I know that. Do you know that? You have to do this. So that number 5 kind of ties into number 4, because the people who are going to be your next coaches are your challengers right now. So number 5 is you have to invite them to an open house. And if you don't invite them to like an open house or a sneak peek, then somehow you have to do the coaching opportunity. You have to let people know that there's a way to make money. I mean, nobody else is ashamed to say it. Herbalife, before Beachbody, I was like, of course Herbalife has distributors. Of course Advocare has distributors. When I found out about Beachbody, I was like, I can make money from this? Like, I was pissed off. I was like, nobody ever told me. I was like, rich 2 years ago. What are you talking about? Like that was so selfish. Don't you dare hold this back from people. You guys, there's a coach who's in the top 10 right now. She's been a top 10 coach for the past 2 years. And she followed me on Instagram for 2 years and never told me about this. So you watched me couch surf across America selling $15 meal plans and never once invited me. You saw me struggling. You saw me literally knocking on people's doors, asking, can I sleep on their couch, not knowing what I was doing with my life. And I was so lost, and I put that in every single post, and you never asked me to come join your team or invited me. Why? And I was really upset about it. And I asked her, I saw her at a conference, and I was like, I just have to ask you, like, why did you never tell me about this? Like, this could have saved my life. She's like, honestly, like, I just thought you would say no. You thought I would say no? Let me say no then. If you thought I was going to say no, let me say no. And that brings me to point number 6 is you have to follow up, because people are going to say no 7 to 8 times. And if they say no the first time, you should be like, yes, I'm so glad that they said no, because now I only got 6 more times before they say yes. You have got to be following up, which means what? You need to create a spreadsheet. You need to be tracking on Excel. You need to have paper and pen. You need to set reminders in your calendar and an alarm on your phone. Whatever you need to do is going to help you in your life. If you ask somebody one time and you never ask them again, you're losing, because you've already planted the seed. That's like you want some apples and you're like, oh man, I'm so hungry for some apples. You go out back and you look for a big old apple tree and you're like, oh, I'm pissed off because I don't have any apples. Well, did you plant any apple seeds? You got to be planting these seeds, baby. You got to be watering these seeds. And those are your invites. Those are your questions. Those are your follow-ups. You can't be mad that you don't have no apple trees when you didn't plant no apple seeds. We have the seeds. All we have to do is plant them. All we have to do is water them. And if you ask somebody the same question, will you join my challenge group? Do you want to find out about this coaching opportunity with the open house and the sneak peek? And they say no 7 times, guess what? Now it's been 7 months. Now it's been 7 months. And so that person that Holly spoke to 7 months ago, she doesn't look the same because she's been what? Working out. She doesn't act the same because she's been doing what? Reading personal development. And her life is not the same. And now she's got a bigger paycheck because she's been consistent. You guys, your life is your testimony. Catch on fire and people will come and watch you burn. When you're doing so good at something, people are going to crave it. They're like, oh my gosh. Like, do you follow Laura D on Snapchat? Like, she's just so good. Exactly what Ren said when I very first got on. I didn't introduce myself. She introduced me. Why? Because when you are doing so good at something, when you're living your passion, other people will speak for you. What are you so good at that people just cannot wait to talk about? They're like, oh my gosh, you have to follow Jerry Davis on YouTube. Like, she's freaking insane. She's blowing it up. Like, she's killing it. And then people will start telling other people. That's on the inside of you. There's nothing special or different about me. Y'all see me, I look crazy. I haven't even washed my hair in like 4 days. I went to the river yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, this is real people doing real things, but people love that. They want to know that they're not the only crazy one. They're not the only one out there with dirty hair. You know what I mean? But we're in this together. This is life. Like, come do life with me. Like, let's live together. Those people that are so perfect or whatever, like, that's a very, like, for one, that doesn't even exist. And for two, that's a very small percentage of the population, the people who have it all together. Like, Jatana looks like she has it all together because I think she's the cutest person. You're the size of my left eye. You're never ugly. Even when you wake up, you dance to everything. You have abs even after children. You know what I mean? But somehow she does not have it all together. She's going through something. And so everybody's always going through something, but it sucks a lot less when you're going through something with other people. You know what I mean? Like, we're stronger together, you guys. Like, we are a team and we are a unit. You got to tap in. You got to lean in. So number 1, like, comment, and question. Remember, the question is a private message because nobody wants to have an entire conversation on Facebook with all the notifications, because then everybody else gets the notification. It's really annoying and you just want to turn it off. And so don't do that. Number 2, remember just to say hi. Just to say hi, and don't talk about Beachbody, because then we look salesy and people, like, especially with the lip syncs and the leggings and the, you know, like the, what's it called? I don't know what it's called, the skincare thing. Like, they're so annoying. This girl asked me in my DMs yesterday, she's like, oh, you want to come, you know, drink wine? And I was like, why would you ask me that? She's like, well, you can make money with your friends. I was like, but we're not friends. Like, I literally said that because I don't know you. You don't know anything about me. I don't even drink wine. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, she did not form the relationship. And if she was smart and she looked at people as people and not money, she would have been about her business. But she wasn't. She was about her financials. And I'm not financials. I'm not about to be nobody's paycheck. You got me messed up. Don't play with me. I'll come over there and slash your tires. All right. Love you. So number 2, just say hi. Don't say anything about Beachbody. Number 3, post a screenshot in the coaches group because that encourages, you know, the working of the business. And also, if you have a tip, remember, there's no secrets. We're not in competition. Like, there's that healthy, friendly jealousy, but it's exciting. Like, if Kayla finds out something, she's got to be like, oh my God, Ashley, you got to do this. You got to do this. That's what happens. When Jatana did that heart post, I was like, oh, this is so brilliant. I told my team did it. That was the biggest month for, you know, for Success Club. So that's huge. Like, you guys were team Beachbody. Number 4, invite to challenge group, which you're going to start if you don't, because that's what we're doing as coaches. Number 5, invite to open house or a sneak peek. My coach is Tanya the Machine, and her coach is Danielle Natoni. Danielle Natoni is kind of famous. I mean, I don't know if you know her. She's like a big deal. So she doesn't run open house. She doesn't run sneak peek because she doesn't need to. So Tanya just, like, started on her own. And we started it and we sucked at it. We were like, well, this is terrible. And every time it got, like, a little less terrible. So you might suck at first, but that's okay because nobody starts out coming out the gate being a 15-star diamond. You know what I mean? Nobody comes out the gate with 157 Success Club points. You're going to suck at first, but embrace the suck. It's okay. That's how you get better. And then you can laugh about it and be like, oh my gosh, remember back in the day when I sucked and now it's funny, but it wasn't back then. So today is going to be the day it's not funny, but tomorrow it'll be funny. But it's never going to be funny if you don't start. Like, if you never start, you're never going to start. So you just got to start. Number 6, make sure you follow up. Because it's statistics. People are going to say no 7 or 8 times before they say yes. So it's just statistics. So, you know, let's just be honest. You know, we all can do more. You know, like, we can do a little bit more. We can read more. We can eat more, like, eat better, eat clean. Like, we can drink our shakes more if we're not consistent. We can exercise more. we can recognize more, we can share more, we can increase, you know, our recognition more, we can share more tips and information, we can post more, like in the coaches group. Like, you see your coaches posting something, you better respond, even if you just say, okay, got it. You know what I mean? Like, just you have good leadership. She's here for you guys. Like, lean into her, tap into her. She's not sitting here twiddling her thumbs. Like, she cares about y'all. If she didn't, then she wouldn't have organized this call. So just do more, because when you do more, you're going to get so much more out of it. Whatever you put in, that's what you're going to get out. So I have homework for you. Because you already know number 1 is your 30-second elevator pitch. But number 2 goes along with them more. I want you to raise your hand if you listen to Audible. Does anybody listen to Audible? Anybody? Nobody listens to Audible. Oh my God, one person. Oh my God, though. So your entire life is about to change. I can't. I need a napkin. All right, you have to download Audible. And the very first thing you're going to listen to is Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone, the 10X rule will change your life. He is insane. He's crazy. He talks about doing anything like 10X. That's why I said you can do more, because he's from Louisiana. Y'all will probably get this because y'all probably have accents. He's from Louisiana, and he's like, there's stuff on the book. First of all, you can't get his accent on the book. And second of all, there's stuff in the Audible that's not in the book, because he's such a crazy creature that he says stuff that, like, the Penguin publishers don't know about. He's like, chapter 6. He's like, I wanted to call it Don't Be a Little Bitch, but they wouldn't let me. He's like, oh, I got it in there anyway. And he says that. He does the on Audible. Like, that's insane. I was listening to it and I was like, oh my God, who is this dude? He's crazy, but it works. He's talking about doing 10 times more. If you do 10 times more, you're never going to fail. You can do a little bit more. And 10X rule on Audible will change your life. And I'm talking about wake up, listen to it in the shower, listen to it when you put on lotion, listen to it when you put on deodorant, listen to it when you brush your teeth, listen to it on your commute in the car, listen to it when you're cooking dinner. All those times where you're like watching TV or talking or not listening to anything, put on Audible. It's an app on your phone, and you have to download it, and you have to go to Amazon and then buy the book, and then it'll show up in the Audible app. But it's going to change your life. 10X rule. You have to do that. That's number 1. And then that's number 2. Number 1 was the elevator story. And then number 3, I want you guys to tell Rin what you're going to change. I want you guys to tell her what you're going to change, because you're going to change something. I already said it earlier, but you didn't come on this call to stay the same. So regardless if that is, you're going to show up more, you're going to listen to 10X rule. And if you do, post a screenshot that you bought it and post it in the group. You're going to recognize more. You're going to start running an open house. You're going to start doing a challenge group. Whatever you're going to do, this is where this is your January 1st. Tomorrow is your January 1st. You're going to do something different, because we can't keep doing the same hamster wheel, the same, why didn't I hit Success Club, the same, why am I not getting recognized on stage? No, you know what to do. You know what to do. And I'm letting you know it's in you. It's in you, because if it wasn't, then you wouldn't be here. I feel it. I know it's in you, because I started exactly where you are. I know it's there. I know it's there, but do you know it's there? I promise, if you do more, you show up every day, you dot your I's and you cross your T's, I guarantee your life is going to change. I guarantee if you do that every single day, from Monday, August 7th until September 7th, put yourself on a 30-day business challenge. We do workout challenges all the time. What about a business challenge? What about just saying, okay, yes, I will finally read my personal development. Okay, yes, I will finally post on my challenge group every single day. Okay, yes, I will show up for myself and I will work out. You guys, you're going to walk into a room. People are not going to know what you did differently, but your shoulders are going to be up. You're going to be so confident. People are going to be like, what is different about you? Why are you so different? Everything is going to be different about you, or you are going to attract people to you. I guarantee your life is going to be different by September 7th if you want it. I guarantee you. That's a Laura D guarantee, baby. Oh, put it on a shirt. I love it. I love it. I love it. So other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all I have. I know we went a little bit over. It's 8:35 over here, but y'all got any questions?
Yeah, y'all unmute your lines if you have any questions. But I like how you just said, that's all I got. Like, that was nothing. I have 4 pages. I have 4 pages of notes. Like
4 pages.
4 pages. That wasn't nothing. You know, and Laura D is here. If y'all didn't just like feel that, then you're crazy. If you have questions, unmute your line. Like, right now is the time to ask her. Or raise your hand. If you don't know how to unmute, you can raise your hand and I'll unmute you.
Tell me something good.
I got you, Kayla. Give me a second. Oh, there you go. All right, Kayla.
Okay. I so love that, because one thing goes from how you go from just high and talking to the person and getting to know the person to transition into Beachbody, because that's been a major problem for me.
Yeah. Okay, I want you guys to write this down. There's, like I said it earlier, you can watch the recording, but I kind of said it really fast. There's 5 points. And you have to remember, Beachbody has a financial opportunity, which is coaching. So we have coaching. And we also have the physical opportunity to help people change, which is the workouts. We have the nutritional option. You guys, I'm not joking when I talk about Shakeology. I have a girl on my team who called me like 2 weeks ago crying. It might sound crazy, but she's like, you don't understand. She's like, I couldn't poop for 9 days. She was like, before. She's like, I've been on Shakeology for 3 months and I poop every day. She called me crying. She's like, I can poop. I was like, I'm so excited. You know, like Elvis died of backed up excrement. They found him on his bathroom floor in the 70s. They thought that he was shooting up. No, he wasn't doing drugs. He's trying to take a shit, but he couldn't. He had like 5 months worth of poop in him. And back in the day, like, I guess like it was not common for men to get like, you know, the anal exam, but people have digestion issues. We need to start talking about Shakeology. We need to start asking people, you know, when babies cry, we're like, oh, did they poop today? When dogs are not acting right, we're like, oh, let me feel their nose. Or, oh, like, when's the last time they pooped? When's the last time you asked your friends if they pooped? Like, for real, like we talk about with babies and dogs, you know, like that's a conversation starter. So, all right, praise the Lord. So yeah, we have the financial opportunity with coaching. We have the physical opportunity with working out. We have the nutritional opportunity with all the meal plans, of course, that come with the workouts and Shakeology. We also have the social opportunity, which is, you know, the community and the live events and the Success Club trips and just friends. You guys, I talk to my coaches every day. Like I text them and it's not even, I'm like, oh my God, I got my toes pink. What color are yours? You know, like I have friends now. And that's why I put my whole life on Instagram and Snapchat, because I never had any friends. I was like friendless forever. And a lot of people need people, you know, like I was never part of a sorority or like Brownie Scouts or anything like that. And then we have the mental or the emotional, whichever one you want to say it. And that's with personal development. You know, even if I remember one time I had a girl, I signed her up on my team because like her grandma died and her grandma was her best friend. And she just did not know how to cope with her grandma dying. And I was like, I am so sorry. Have you ever read this book? Like, I don't know what to say because both my grandmas lived in St. Louis and they died when I was in high school. I wasn't close to them anyway. But have you ever thought about reading a book to kind of help you like process? And I offered a book suggestion about Brene Brown. And then she was so into the book and she was like, I can't believe you offered this. Thank you so much. And I was like, yeah, I never used to read books before Beachbody. But since I've been a Beachbody coach, that's one of the vital behaviors, like something we have to do every day. And I started reading and now it's just, and we started talking about that. And she's like, oh, tell me more. And I was like, well, I don't mind if I do. So every road leads back to Beachbody, you guys. We just, again, have to find out what people's pain points are. So that is a funnel. That's a funnel. When you just say hi, which is like the warm up, and then you find out, you know, and then you invite them to, so you're their friend, you're like involved in their life. And then you invite your new friend to the challenge group. And then you invite your challenger to the coaching opportunity. And you just keep going on and on and on. Like you're going to become a really good conversation starter. You're going to become really, really good at talking to people because this is what we're going to do for the rest of our lives. Whatever people need, just know that every time I meet somebody, I'm like, this person's life is about to change and they don't even know it. They don't even know it, but I'm about to flip your whole world upside down, boo-boo. So I know that's kind of a long answer to your question, Kayla. But yeah, you always want to just say hi first and just act like in your mind, you're already their best friend. They just don't know it. Like you care about them. So.
I love that. Like, that's where I think I went wrong in the very beginning. In the very beginning, I was so like selling stuff and I was focusing on the points. And then it took a team call and it was actually with Robbie Carter. He was on our call and he was like, people are not Success Club points. Do not put a point on their head. They are people. And I was like, why wasn't I even thinking of this? So then every conversation after that, it was like, this is a flipping person and I'm going to help this person. So now when I talk to people, it's like, I hear them tell me their story and I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to change their life. Like they don't even know what's about to happen. You have to have that faith in Beachbody. And I feel it from like, Laura, if I wasn't a coach, man, I would buy from you. Like I can feel your heart just in this conversation. And I didn't even know I needed this call. And oh my God, I needed this call. So Anybody else? Questions now? Anything you want to say? Now's your chance. This was awesome. Like, literally 4 pages of notes that I'm going to go back over and over. I can't even pick my favorite part.
It sucks for the people who miss it because they don't know what they miss.
Right? Like, it's all right to watch the recording, but live, like, you get this live.
No, I really appreciate you guys showing up. It means a lot to me to let me all, speak to y'all.
Thank you so much for joining this call. I told them, like, I was a stalker person, and I just kind of messaged you, and I was like, hey, you want to do this?
Yeah,
I'm so happy
absolutely.
that you said yes. I'm so happy.
Yeah. I was like, sure. Who are you?
Sure. Who are you again?
Yeah. So,
I follow you every day.
Yeah, I know, and that's what's crazy. You already feel like you're my best friend, right?
Yeah, like I know everything about you, and I feel like we've like hung out, and if I saw you in person, I'd be like, oh my God, I love you, and you don't even know me, and that's how it goes. That's how it is. So be that person for someone else. Go be Laura D for your followers. Like, do that. If you follow her on Snapchat, because I've told you guys to, go follow her. Like, you feel like you know her. I watch her snaps every single day. Like, I can just sit there and watch, and I'm like, what's Laura D doing today? And I'm a coach, y'all. I'm a coach. So.
People who message me, and they're like, oh, my God, you're not at the gym yet. What's wrong? Like, they know my schedule. And I'm like, listen, I'm sleeping a little bit.
Right.
I think, with the whole following, I think it's important that you are 100% you. Like, I'm not trying to be anybody else. Like, there's things in my life I want to improve, but it's so important to be 100% you, because there are certain people assigned to you and assigned to your life that only you can reach and only you can touch. And I could be saying how now brown cow, for 5 years, and Stephanie says how now brown cow, and they're like, oh my God, Stephanie said how now brown cow, and it changed my life. I'm like, I've been saying that for 5 years. You know what I mean? But those aren't my people. So it doesn't matter what I say, because I could talk till I'm blue in the face. They're not assigned to me. Those people are assigned to you for you to change their life. And it's the domino effect, because you become the best you. You're going to inspire somebody else to become the very best them, and they're going to go reach a whole world of people that only they can reach. But they're never going to reach them if they're not the best them. And so we think that we're doing this for ourselves, and like kind of on the surface, yeah, we are. But really, you have no clue whose blessing you're blocking by you not being obedient. You have no clue what's on the other side of your obedience. If you just show up and show out, you're going to change your entire life. I'm telling you, and somebody else in the process. This is so much bigger than you think. This is so much bigger. So other than that, I hope you guys have a good Sunday night.
Thank you so much. Like, if y'all can't feel her heart, then you're crazy. Like, I can feel your heart through everything that you say, and it's fantastic.
Thank you, sugar.
I'm so glad you came on here. All right, guys. So if y'all have anything else, let's not keep her. She's got like 1 million people that adore her. So I'm going to stop recording now. So we'll be, maybe if I can find it here.